Get paper clips ready. Just trying to get some wind here. And on top of it.
Your hair looks nice, Steve.
Yep.
Please be seated. I now call upon the High Sheriff of Hampshire County to open these proceedings.
Will all those here assembled for the 135th commencement of Smith College please be in order?
Welcome, graduates, family, alumni, faculty, trustees, President Christ, and honored guests. I'm Jennifer Walters, your Dean of Religious Life, and it's my privilege to offer this morning's invocation. Every moment is a doorway to the sacred. Allow this to be such a moment for you, for us. Awake to the presence of light above us, light below us, light on our right, light on our left, light in the faces of friends and strangers. Awakening to light, let us give thanks for this moment of celebration. Give thanks for the love and support of family and friends, for the gift of this education, the gift of this college, the opportunity to teach and to learn, the chance to celebrate the gift of joy. Every moment is a doorway to the sacred. Let this be such a moment for you, for us. Let us come together now as one community. Amen.
Would Sarah Hussein, president of the senior class, please come forward to speak on behalf of the graduates?
Class of 2013, good morning. Let me begin by extending a special welcome to our loved ones, faculty, and staff who are here to share this momentous occasion with all of us. Without your guidance, occasional nagging, and constant support, we might not have made it to this day. But we did. We made it. 4 years later, and guess what, my fellow graduates? We not only survived, we thrived. And I'm here to tell the tale of our time at Smith. But first, a quick story. During an internship last summer, my program director introduced me to a woman who had done the same internship. The minute we discovered we both went to Smith, we screamed. What house do you live in? When was Mountain Day? How are the squirrels on campus? All these questions just started pouring out of us, and my program director looked at us, literally, with his mouth wide open. We turned to him mid-conversation and said in unison, "You won't understand. You didn't go to Smith." This bond created by the Smith experience resonates with me. It is truly indescribable to the outside world. So today, being a true Smithy, I'm taking up the challenge of describing this indescribable experience. For most of us, our journey began on August 28th, 2009, when we arrived on campus as first years. Parents and siblings dropped us off and left more quickly than we could imagine, leaving us in the quad. There you go. On Green Street or on Elm Street. At a place we would call home for the next 4 years. We met each other in the days that followed and came to appreciate how different we all were. Authors, musicians, artists and historians, future politicians, scientists. Yet, we were all becoming Smithies. First year was full of navigating Smith and Northampton and made us wonder, on more than one occasion, where have we landed? We found ourselves not being the smartest person in the room anymore, but instead having to reevaluate who we were, what our goals were, and where we wanted to go. We began to understand the history and network of which we were becoming a part. We were accepting change. Before we knew it, first year was over. As rising sophomores, many of us were returning as either Hans, SAAs, or simply eager to be reunited with Smith and our friends. Sophomore year proved to be just as unique as our first year. From being fascinated by the new first years, who were once us, to evolving friendships, to declaring our major, we were finding our niches. Our classes challenged us more, professors asked harder questions, and we wove ourselves deeper into the fabric of Smith. We were indulging our curiosity. Junior year arrived even more quickly. Half of us were JYA, and the other half, JY Stay. Our class was spread all over the world. We were meeting new people, trying new things, and continuing to find ourselves. Yet, throughout, we remained connected and came together when necessary to show the world what Smith meant to us and future generations. We were gaining a sense of self. Now, senior year is over. We have done all the Smith traditions one last time. Convocation, Mountain Day, Julia Child Day. How can we forget that pumpkin ravioli? House teas, Rally Day, Midnight Madness, winter and spring weekends. Our life at Smith has drawn to a close, and we sit here today awaiting whatever's next. The question on the table, what are we taking with us? Flexibility to change, taking on challenges, intellectual curiosity, a sense of self. We are leaving having fully embraced a Smith experience that will stay with us forever. The Smith experience is a powerful connection that we have with each other, with past, present, and future Smithies, and with this college. Together and alone, we have experienced highs and lows, and have fallen in and out and back in love with Smith. We did not have identical experiences, but our differences came together here. We shared a part of ourselves with this college, and today we take with us a piece of Smith. We witnessed this reality yesterday as we watched alumni return to campus because their piece of Smith never left them. Returning to my self-imposed challenge, I tried to describe the indescribable, but suspect I have not been completely successful. So I'm accepting defeat, which is a great concession for any Smithy. But I've come to realize that the Smith experience is never stagnant. It's fluid. As Smithies, we will continue to... As Smithies, we will continue to define and refine this experience. This is the beauty of Smith. And as we leave today, let's remember the words of the writer Aldous Huxley, who said, "Experience is not what happens to a person. It is what a person does with what happens to them." My fellow graduates, take your Smith experience and let it guide you to your goals and aspirations. I wish you the best, and congratulations. Thank you. I would now like to invite President Christ to join me so I can present her with the gift from the class of 2013. Thank you. President Christ, you have given 11 years of your life to this college. During that time, you have brought a new meaning to the promise of a global education. You have worked tirelessly to advance Sophia Smith's dream and continue to surprise us every year with your Mountain Day announcement. But most importantly, you are a member of the graduating class of 2013. We would like to thank you for all the work you have done and present you with a Class of 2013 t-shirt as a token of our gratitude.
That's great. Thank you.
We would also like to present the college with a donation to the Fund for Organizations and Developing Leaders, which was started by the class of 2006. The senior class cabinet raised $2,013 as its first contribution, not to be confused with the gift we received yesterday from the class of 1963. We envision that class cabinets, organizations, and house leaders will be able to apply for these funds. The senior class hopes the Smith Fund for Organizations and Developing Leaders will play an instrumental role in the lives of Smith students for years to come. We ask that you accept this gift on behalf of all the members of the senior class. Thank you.
I'll wear my t-shirt proudly. Since 1987, Smith College has presented the Honored Professor Award every year in recognition of long and distinguished faculty service to the college. This year's Honored Professor Award goes to a scholar who has spent her life exploring the interdisciplinary landscape where culture meets government, where language meets class structure, and where a turbulent history meets an equally turbulent present. Her scholarship on Middle Eastern identity has taken her from Cairo to the West Bank, lecturing and researching in Haifa, Hamburg, and Harvard. Her classes, mirroring her research, study the linguistic, gender, and class-based architecture of the struggles in the Middle East with a focus on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. She has served as chair of the program in Jewish Studies, the Department of Government, and the Middle East Committee, and coordinated the Smith College Project on Women and Social Change. Please join me in inviting Donna Robinson Devine, Morningstar Professor of Jewish Studies and Professor of Government, to come forward and be recognized as the Honored Professor of 2013. We now turn to the awarding of honorary degrees. By virtue of the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts vested in the Board of Trustees of Smith College and by them delegated to me, I now confer these honorary degrees and admit their recipients to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Madam President, I have the honor to present Loretta June Ross for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
citation. Okay. Why don't you stand so they can see? Loretta June Ross. Loretta June Ross, activist. In a social landscape where agendas are advanced more often by division than coalition, you stood as a unifying force for women's rights. Unity is the animating idea of Sister Song, the grassroots collective you helped found in 1997 to mobilize women of color and promote issues of reproductive justice. Through coalition building, advocacy, education, and public action, including serving as one of the first African American women to direct a rape crisis center and co-directing the historic and unparalleled 2004 March for Women's Lives, you've helped women and men advance equal representation, self-determination, and social justice as fundamental human rights. Smith College is proud to award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Go back up now.
Yeah.
Madam President, I have the honor to present Joan P. Tower for the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
You stand here, front and center, and we'll hood you. Joan P. Tower, composer. To those who would see classical music as other, of another time in a different language for someone else, your dynamic, pioneering career is a welcome and vivid proof to the contrary. One of the most visible and important composers of our time, you have injected a direct and eclectic voice that has made classical music vibrant and accessible, full of passion and surprise. Music asks questions, you insist, waiting for composers to answer. Fanfare for the Uncommon Woman, your answer to Copland's Fanfare for the Common Man, celebrates energy, adventure, and curiosity. Your Made in America, which won 3 Grammy Awards, has been performed by 65 orchestras in 50 states. For your insistence on a bold, colorful, ever-inquiring future for classical music, Smith College is proud to award you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. That's very nice. Congratulations, Joan.
Madam President, I have the honor to present Milan Verveer for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Milan Verveer, Executive Director, Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace, and Security. Economic security, political stability, peace. These are more than women's issues. These are global issues, universal ideals. At their heart lies a simple truth. Without investing in women, and without women's rights as at the foundation of every policy, these standards are impossible to achieve. As the first United States Ambassador at Large for global women's issues, you've been the architect and advocate of a foreign policy that recognizes women not only as victims of war, but as powerful agents of war's prevention. This work goes forward in your founding role with Vital Voices and your leadership of the Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace, and Security. Smith is proud to join you in this mission, and we're proud to award you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Madam President, I have the honor to present Ariana Huffington for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Ariana Huffington, Chair, President, and Editor-in-Chief of the Huffington Post Media Group. As global communication became more immediate, social, and interconnected, you saw the need for a forum that presented news with the same openness, range, and depth as the world it covered. With the Huffington Post, you created a groundbreaking organization that has proved, Pulitzer in hand, that online media holds at its core the same values and aspirations of traditional media. You invested in a new venture, building a financial base for investigative journalism on a foundation of editorial freedom not found in existing models. Garnering more than 25 million page views per day, your site has grown into a virtual city of authors and analysts, commentators and columnists, providing necessary reading tailored to appeal to a growing global audience. Smith College is proud to honor that achievement by awarding you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. It's now my great pleasure and honor to present to you the 2013 commencement speaker, Arianna Huffington.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, President Chris, the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty, devoted parents and friends, and especially the fabulous class of 2013. Congratulations, you've reached the light at the end of the tunnel, and when you first arrived at Smith 4 years ago, I'm sure you never imagined that at the end of that tunnel, there would be a lady behind a podium talking to you in a funny accent. This accent has been the bane of my existence until in 1980 I moved to New York from England and I met Henry Kissinger. And he said to me, "Don't ever worry about your accent. In American public life, you can never underestimate the advantages of complete and total incomprehensibility." I am so grateful to be with you at this very special moment. You don't know it, but I have spent the last few weeks stalking you. On your Smith websites, on your Twitter feeds, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Tumblr, so I could get to know you better. So here's what I have found. You are fascinating and curious and quirky and asking the big questions and worrying about the little things and solving the cosmic riddles and agonizing about what shoes to wear at commencement. And what happens if you trip and become a YouTube sensation? I've learned about Smithies writing honors theses on subjects that I don't only understand, but I can't even pronounce. Like Lisa Stephanie Camden's thesis on Hi, Lisa. I want you to hear her thesis pronounced in a Greek accent. On entropy and enthalpy contributions to the chelate effect. I've learned about the 3 seniors who were part of the basketball team, which made the Division III NCAA tournament. A historic accomplishment to add to your already, lots of fans for them. A historic accomplishment to add to your already historic status as the birthplace of women's basketball. I've learned about the many Smithies who will be the first in their families to graduate from college. Like Maciel de los Santos, who began her journey in the Dominican Republic. So before I go any further, because I've been so impressed, I feel compelled to extend to all of you, graduating class of 2013, a lifelong invitation to blog on the Huffington Post. About your graduation and about all your adventures on the next stage of the journey you are starting today. And in order to bypass the growing Huffington Post bureaucracy, I'm going to give you right now my email address, ariana@huffingtonpost.com, and you can send it directly to me and get a password for life. Getting to know you has made me feel very protective of you, especially because I have 2 daughters who are about your age, college-age kids. And it has also made me realize that you don't need protection because you're absolutely ready and prepared to take on the world. And if you have attended the Virtual Center for Work and Life, you even have a passport to life after Smith, with the opportunity to learn things like job interviewing skills, how to balance a budget, cook a healthy meal, and even change a tire. So you can consider my speech today a continuation of the passport to life after Smith. Though, in the interest of full disclosure, I can't cook and definitely cannot change a tire. But part of life after Smith will be deciding what things do you want to put your energy into and what things you don't. It was a big revelation for me when I realized that I didn't have to complete everything I thought I wanted to do, like learning German or becoming a good skier or learning to cook. Indeed, I realized that you can complete a project by dropping it. Now, commencement speakers are traditionally expected to tell graduates how to get out there and climb the ladder of success. But I want to ask you instead to redefine success, because the world you're headed into desperately needs it, and because you're up to it. Your education at Smith has made it unequivocally clear that you're entitled to take your place in the world on equal footing in every field and at the top of every field. But what I urge you to do is not just to take your place at the top of the world, but to change the world. What I urge you to do is to lead the third women's revolution. The first was led by the suffragists over 100 years ago, when brave women like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton fought, among other things, to give women the right to vote. The second women's revolution was powerfully led by Smith alumni, Betty Friedan and Gloria Steinem. They fought, and Gloria continues to fight, to expand the role of women in our society, to give us full access to the rooms of power where decisions are being made. And while the second revolution is still in progress, we simply cannot wait any longer for the third revolution to begin. And I can't imagine a place where I would be more likely to find the leaders of that revolution than right here at Smith. At the moment, our society's notion of success is largely composed of 2 parts: money and power. In fact, success, money, and power have practically become synonymous. But it's time for a third metric beyond money and power, one founded on well-being, wisdom, our ability to wonder and to give back. You know, money and power by themselves are like a 2-legged stool. You can't balance on them for a while, but eventually you're going to topple over. And more people, very successful people, are toppling over every day. Basically, success, the way we've defined it, is no longer sustainable. It's not sustainable for human beings. It's not sustainable for the planet. To live the lives we want, and not just the lives we settle for, the lives according to society's definition of success, we need to include the third metric. In 2004, President Christ gave a speech that was really ahead of its time. It was titled Inside the Clockwork of Women's Careers. To me, it's very much a third women's revolution call to arms. She spoke of the need to dispel myths about ambition and success, chief among them the myth that success and ambition look like a straight line. Now, I guess it's no big surprise that the image of success created by men would be, yes, a long, phallic-shaped straight line. But if we don't redefine success, the personal price we pay will get higher and higher. As the data shows, already the price is much higher for women than for men. Among career women who have stressful jobs, and which career woman doesn't, there is a nearly 40% increased risk of heart disease and a 60% increased risk of diabetes. And in the last 30 years, as women have made strides and gains in the workplace, self-reported levels of stress have gone up by 18%. Another Smith graduation speaker, Alistair Cook, notoriously told the class of 1954 that their way to the top would be determined by the man they marry. Well, I want to do old Alistair one better and tell you, you don't get to the top by marrying someone. A much simpler way is to sleep your way to the top. Right now, I imagine President Christ is thinking she probably should have vetted this speech. But no, I'm talking about sleep in the literal sense. Because right now, the workplace is absolutely fueled by sleep deprivation and burnout. I actually know of what I speak, because in 2007, sleep deprived and exhausted, I fainted, hit my head on my desk, broke my cheekbone, and got 4 stitches on my right eye. And that was the beginning of my reacquainting myself with sleep and with the need to redefine success, to include our own sense of well-being. Because even if sleep deprivation is not affecting your health, it's affecting your creativity, your productivity, and your decision-making. Did you know that the Exxon Valdez wreck, the explosion of the Challenger space shuttle, and the nuclear accidents at Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island were at least all partially the result of decisions made on too little sleep? And according to researchers at Walter Reed Hospital, the only thing that gets better with sleep deprivation is magical thinking and reliance on superstition. So for those of you majoring in fortune telling, go ahead and burn the bean-dyed oil. The rest of you, not so much. As you can tell by now, I'm a major sleep evangelist. Indeed, at the Huffington Post, in our newsroom, we have 2 nap rooms. And at first, hundreds of editors and reporters and engineers were very reluctant to be seen in the middle of the afternoon having a nap. But now, the 2 nap rooms are continuously booked, and we need to open a 3rd. Although I must say, the other day I was walking by one of the nap rooms, and I saw 2 people coming out of the nap room. And I thought to myself, whatever it takes to recharge yourself. Just please don't tell HR, okay? What adding well-being to our definition of success means is that in addition to looking after our financial capital, we need to look after our human capital. My mother was an expert at that. I remember when I was 12 years old, a successful Greek businessman came to dinner at our home in Athens. And he told us how well everything was going in his life. My mother looked at him, looking burned out, exhausted, drained, and said to him, "I don't care how well your business is doing. You're not taking care of you. Your business might have a great bottom line, but you are your most important capital. There are only so many withdrawals you can make from your health bank account, but you just keep on withdrawing. You could go bankrupt if you don't make some deposits soon." And indeed, not long after that, the man had to be admitted for an angioplasty. When we include well-being in our definition of success, another thing that changes is our relationship with time. Right now, we are all so stressed out about time that every time we look at our watch, it's later than we think. Researchers have a term for it, time famine. And Dr. Seuss wrote about it, ahead of the researchers, of course. "How did it get so late so soon?" he wrote. "It's night before it's afternoon. December is here before it's June. My goodness, how the time has flown. How did it get so late so soon?" Does that feel familiar to anyone, or more likely to everyone? The problem is that as long as success is defined by just money and power, climbing, and burnout, we will never have the time to be able to enjoy that other aspect of the third metric, wonder. I was blessed with a mother who was living in a constant state of wonder, whether she was washing the dishes or feeding seagulls at the beach or reprimanding overworking businessmen. She maintained her sense of wonder, delighted at both the mysteries of the universe and the everyday little things that fill our lives. And whenever I'd complain or be upset about something, she would say to me, "Darling, change the channel. You're in control of the clicker. Don't replay that bad, scary movie." And one of the gifts that that attitude to life gave her was the ability to cut through hierarchies. I remember one night I was living in London and dating a Tory member of parliament. It must have been one of those decisions made on sleep deprivation. And he brought home to dinner the then Prime Minister Ted Heath. My mother was in the kitchen, where she was most of the time, and a plumber had to come in to fix some last-minute problem. So my mother asked the plumber what he thought of the Prime Minister. "Not much," the plumber said. "He hasn't been good for working people." "Oh," my mother said, "let me go bring him here so you can tell him directly." And she didn't think there was any problem at all about bringing the Prime Minister into the kitchen, and that's where he sat down and heard a mouthful from the plumber. Well-being, wonder, and now the third W, wisdom. If you look around you, you see leaders in positions of power, in politics, in media, in business, all of them with high IQs, great degrees, making terrible decisions. What is missing is not IQ, but wisdom. And today, it's getting harder and harder to tap into our own wisdom, because we are all so hyper-connected to our devices, our screens, our social media, that we're having a hard time disconnecting from technology and reconnecting with ourselves. Your very own, very wise Smith sophomore, Erin McDaniel, wrote in the Sophian about her decision to disconnect from all her social media. "We have eschewed," she said, "real social connections in favor of superficial, technology-bridged ones. We have become, in many cases, nearly as socially robotic as our computers." Now, you don't have the head of a digital company telling you to completely disconnect from technology. What I'm telling you is to regularly disconnect from technology, to regularly unplug and recharge in order to reconnect with ourselves and our own deepest wisdom. Because I'm convinced that there are two fundamental truths about human beings. The first truth is that we all have within us a centered place of wisdom, harmony, and strength. This is a truth that all the world's religions, whether Christianity, Islam, Judaism, or Buddhism, and many of its philosophies, hold true in one form or another. The kingdom of God is within. But the second truth is that we're all going to spend most of our lives not in that place. We keep veering away from that place again and again and again. In fact, we may spend our lives off course more than we are on course. At the Huffington Post, we even launched an app called GPS for the Soul that gives you a proxy for stress and then personalized guides that help you course correct. But you know, that snake in the Garden of Eden, our hyperconnectivity to technology, is so wily that we have to be even more wily and use technology in order to disconnect from technology. When we are in that centered place of wisdom, harmony, and strength, life is transformed from struggle to grace. And we are suddenly filled with trust, no matter how many setbacks, challenges, and disappointments we are facing. Because there is a purpose to life that is often hidden, and that often makes sense only when we look back at our lives, not as we are experiencing it. And basically, when we move to that place of trust and grace, we can live our lives, as Rumi suggested, as if everything is rigged in our favor. So we've talked about well-being, wisdom, and wonder, and now the last element of the third metric of success, empathy, compassion, the willingness to give back. The founding fathers wrote about the pursuit of happiness. But if you go back to the original documents, as I'm sure all of you Smithies have done, happiness does not mean the pursuit of more ways to be entertained. It's the happiness that comes from feeling good by doing good. Of course, many of you already know that. Smithies have given back in countless ways, near and far, working with Chinese schools and NGOs through the Smith China Project, spending time in the community with people with disabilities through the Best Buddies program, tutoring children in Holyoke, and using digital storytelling to start conversations about health issues in Springfield. So as you leave this beautiful campus to follow your dreams and scale great heights in whatever field you choose, I beg you, don't buy society's definition of success. Because it's not working for anyone. It's not working for women. It's not working for men. It's not working for polar bears. It's not even working for the cicadas that are about to emerge and swarm us. It's only truly working for those who make pharmaceuticals for stress, sleeplessness, and high blood pressure. So please don't settle for just breaking through glass ceilings in a broken corporate system or a broken political system where so many leaders are so disconnected from their wisdom that we are careening from one self-inflicted crisis to another. Change much more than the M to a W at the top of the corporate flowchart. Change it by going to the root of what's wrong and redefining what we value and what we consider success. And remember that while there will be many signposts along your path directing you to make money and climb up the ladder, there will be very few signposts reminding you to stay connected to the essence of who you are, to reach out, to pause to wonder, and to connect to that place from which everything is possible. My Greek compatriot Archimedes said, "Give me a place to stand and I can move the world." So find your place to stand, your place of wisdom and peace and strength. And from that place, lead the third women's revolution and remake the world in your own image and your own definition of success, so that all of us, women and men, can live our lives with more grace, more joy, more empathy, more gratitude, and yes, more love. So, class of 2013, congratulations, onward, upward, and inward. Thank you.
The candidates for the degree of Master of Education of the Deaf will present themselves at this time.
Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Master of Education of the Deaf and to certify on behalf of the faculty of the graduate program in teacher education that they have fulfilled the requirements set for that degree.
By virtue of the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts vested in the Board of Trustees of Smith College and by them delegated to me, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Education of the Deaf and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Jillian Nikolai Andrews. Brittany Christine Benoit. Danielle Elizabeth Burgess. Carl Martin DeStephanis. Maria Elizabeth Fabosi. Leanne Frechette. Anne Marie Griffin. Joanne Coughlin Intrader. Ashley Elizabeth Malstedt. Erica Suzanne Marks. Sarah Elizabeth Martin. Marissa Nicole McCuckey. Caitlin Marie O'Neill. Nicole A. Poirier.
The candidates for the degree for the Certificate of Study, Diploma in American Studies, Master of Science, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts will present themselves at this time.
Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for their respective diplomas and degrees.
By virtue of the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts vested in the Board of Trustees of Smith College and by them delegated to me, I confer upon you, as the case may be, the Certificate of Study, Diploma in American Studies, Master of Science, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts, and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Louise Fudim, Rosalind E. Hoppe, Malik Umper, Josephine Rose Catherine Lande, Domenico Mazza, Sabine Andrea Milger, Yaisa Rojas Matas, Wang Xing Peng, Kaylee Briscoe, Patricia Michelle Sapicchio, Grace M. Hollowell, Francesca Claire Jackson, Courtney Boleswa Yavorsky, Amanda Kulik, Paula Jean Noonan, Rachel Jean Soroy, Rachel Ann Spielberg, Catherine Mariel Van Herman, Susanna Catherine Branch, Rachel Radcliffe Breton, Elizabeth Ankia Bio, Michael Carter Jr., Tricia Elizabeth Chase, Olivia Lee Cotter Sofrino, Laura Ellen Cook, Katrin Christine Griswold, Emily Hope Hopkins, Monica Freund Kaufman, Nellie Knox, Anna Logowitz, Joseph Martinez, Christina Marie Mazerat, Kristen Peck, Elizabeth Reese, Jennifer Elizabeth Sameo, Ilana Titleman, Melissa Edwards, Eliza Larson, Kelly Silliman, and Kat Wagner.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science will present themselves at this time.
Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for that degree.
By virtue of the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts vested in the Board of Trustees of Smith College and by them delegated to me, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts will present themselves at this time.
Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for that degree.
By virtue of the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts vested in the Board of Trustees of Smith College and by them delegated to me, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Graduates from Albright House, Eva Claire Catherine Albion Wright, Abigail Rose Azari, Meng Chen, Laura Caswell Clampett, Malka Alana Coburn, Christina Georgievna Fedorenko, Michaela Rose Gonzalez, Allison Brooke Hogaboom, Eunice Shinjung Hong, Alice Howe, Anna Caitlin Joyce, Shuyo Kong, Louisa Koenig Loring, Audra Nicole Macy, Elizabeth L. Mackenzie, Rosalind Deanne Martinez, Emily Jane Morris, Belinda Juliana Nundu, Denise Nicole Robb, Leah K. Santorin, Chelsea Wanell Williams, Kirsten Ann Wolf, Claire Yajian, from Baldwin House, Rebecca Claire Alexander, Margaret Courtney Barthel, Mackenzie Hope Bradley, Emma Gabriella Cornwell, Jolien Elena Da Silva, Perez, Yasmin Sahara Evans, Caroline Louise Foote, Julia Winter Johnston, Molly E. Lonigan, Claire Christine Meissner, Erica Sophia Marin, Mia Page Moorhead, Alyssa A. Stonick, Allison Rose Swain, Melissa Nicole Tandy, Emma Elizabeth Wade, Sarah Helen Weber, Camila Chelsea Weeks, Sophie Westacott, Kristen Ashley Yates, Capenhouse, Christina Marie Brown, Lisa Stephanie Cundon, Carissa Marie Dejanay, Isabel Rose Harper, Ruth Sloan Isserman, Elizabeth Rose Kornblum, Annette Giovanna Macaluso, Leah Vanessa Meyer, Rosemary J. Monin, Rebecca Mary Narum, Eliana Pollock, Mariana S. Santiago, Shiona Z. Sauna, Alyssa Lee Shaw, Brooke Catherine Torres, Julia Marie Wall, Sarah Mackenzie Yarborough, Allison Catherine Young, Paula Zaman, Chapenhouse, Megan Elizabeth Beyer, Elizabeth Ann Biddle, Denise Mary Buckingham, Luvana Chowdhury, Elizabeth Connolly, Evelina Grigorievna Fedoruk, Hannah J. Green, Carmen Marie Hernandez, Julia Claire Ladke, Andrea Kong, Emma Jane Kenyon, Stephanie Kim, Deborah Koo, Kelsey Bryn McDermott, Suzanne Marie Moran, Clarissa Weiyi Ong, Ariel Melissa Orr, Ekaterina Vanina Stankova, Nina Catherine Stein, Jenna M. Zusquirt, Mary Ellen Chasehouse, Samiha Aslam, Frederica Ajoa Fritzwa Bafour, Samantha Elizabeth Blanchette, Cynthia Mae Brown, Lucy Chikwetu, Shuhong Fei, Marie Louise Fries, Su Wen Gong, Hyo In Kim, Liu Iken, Kayla A. McTeague, Maria Josephina O'Hanley, Robin Kelly Roach, Madiha Sayeda Salim, Iju Shakya, Trang Thuy Vo, Michelle Yo, Wenyan Zhu, Comstock House, Clara Annalise Bowman, Elizabeth McLean Breeden, Caitlin Morgan Bunning, Tessa Joy Clark, Sophia Georgine Benet Geller, Emma Rushing Gendlerman, Nitia Kadambi, Gloria Kim, Margaret Christensen, Sonia Biant Sidhu, Alyssa Nada Sweeney, Molly Alexandra Thibodeau, Casey Shuze Zeeler.
The Ada Comstock Scholars. Alyssa Bobet, Vanessa E. Brewster, Nicole Y. Calero, Daniel J. Fink, Brooke Fry, Carla Giorgio, Janet Harris, Jill Johnson, Jane Catherine Ramsey, Mary Pat Schmalz, Stacy Schmutz, Joyce Shalaby, Yanislady Simon, Carla Velez, Sarah Walker, 1226 Bedford Terrace, Susanna Apgar, Cody Panatti, Kelly Rowland, Taylor Schulte, Conway House, Stephanie Gale, Ashley Guff, Hillary Real, Hannah Elizabeth Young, 150 Elm Street, Magdalena Anna Bondic, Caitlin Jordan, Chelsea Seaman, Dana Knowles Sherwood, 54 Green Street, Barbara Dakota, Krista Michele Della Femine, Alyssa Larrabee, Emily Broderick Scarpa.
From Cushing House, Julia Christine Baldwin, Dana Rosalie Black, Sonia Bessie Brand Fisher, Megan Lawrence Fitzgerald, Honor Hisame Hawkins, Victoria Catherine Henry, June Yin Lee, Maya Gloria Lewin Berlin, Elizabeth Marie Mulick, Amelia Ann Murphy, Victoria Elizabeth Santarciero, Margaret Grace Snellgrove, Sarah Jean Tucker, Elizabeth Parker Weissert, Elizabeth Randall Williams. From Cutter House, Keisha Marie Castle, Tosca Leonora Fisher, Lisa Aviva Friedman, Genevieve Eleanor Guilfoyle, Elsa Hines, Sarah Frances Kay, Galia Ivanova Metanova, Shannon Elizabeth O'Brien, Carol Chloe Renard, Perry G. Vanderclock, Nancy Alice Yerian. From Dawes House, Carolyn Benson Evans, Rachel Ann Gaynor, Julianne M. Roseman, Lisa Michelle Saladin, Jacqueline Nicole Watkins, Keturah Ruth Williams. From Eleanor Duckett House, Marisa Ann Asierno, Bushra Annis, Esra Karamemet, June Young Lee, Gabrielle Parvan Mohammed, Yashna Thayambal Pillay, Carolyn May Quinn, Emily Ryder Longmaid, Amber Roman, Mamie Animata Cisse Suran, Katie Nicole Weiser, Jessica Helene Wignall. From Emerson House, Grace Marie Booth, Naya Ann Bricker, Victoria Carolina Duces, Miriam R. Froneberger, Kimberly Geisler, Adelaide Emery Gordon, Leah E. Miller, Lola Karina Murray, Megan Lee Musell, Claudette Nicole Nittard, Devin Brandon Quattrochi, Carolina Rodriguez, Kelsey Marie Schreiber, Joselina Tejada, Molly Turo, Shelby J. Wakefield. From the Friedman Complex, Hannah Spencer Brower, Jody Ann Collins, Eleanor Hope Cook, Hannah Monet Christina, Phoebe M. DeGroot, Megan Allegra Futcher, Rachel Miriam Garbus, Kayla G. Ginsburg, Christina Lee Gaithel, Seneca Lauren Gray, Amalia Carolina Graziani, Sasha Kaori Hippard, Hunter King, Sean Huang, Brittany Michelle Innes, Jong Im Jung, Lisa Jong, Jane Catherine Kennedy, Rebecca Chanyang Kim, Sheila Kim, Yoon Jin Kwak, Harriet M. Lordson Smith, Hadley Christie Leary, Sarah C. Yan Lowe, Isabel Marie Soriano Lopez, Clarissa Zora Lyons, Emily Christine Lyons, Isabel Townsend McCagg, Eva Ane McNamara, Paige Althea Nelson, Huang Jiang Wen, Rebecca Lynn Robinson O'Leary, Isabella Powell, Geneva Roseanne Camille Parks, Alina Paige Pikacek, Mia Catherine Pond, Megan Elizabeth Porter, Rebecca Joy Henrietta Sandel, Janan Alexandra Scott, Josephine Metcalf Sedgwick, Abigail Ada Louise Schrader, Elise Lauren Smith, Zoe Marielle Sperber, Galen Tiache Ulrich, K. Marie Tomlin Hines, Zoe Ray Travis Min A. Yu.
From Gardner House, Astrid Seabury Adam, Blair Adrian Bell, Yanil Burgos, Melanie Suzanne Colvin, Anna Carolina Duran, Elizabeth A. Dutton, Jessica Lee Gibson, Nomandari Goulden, Eva Januskevich, Jocelyn Carolina Mutata, Catherine Harriton Popovici, Stephanie Jean Power, Nisha Kalia Rose, Nia Spooner. From Gillette House, Catherine Margaret Aloisio, Amalia Alexandra Arsini, Joanne M. Aurelian, Kelsey Jane Cummings, Isabella DeMambro, Liliana Pella Farrell, Sarah K. Fitzgibbons, Jonita Namayan Kagami, Elisa Emily Hartle, Nicole Joanna Hazeltine, Caro Hua, Shilpa Kumar, Susanna Langholm, Vanessa Christ Luchart Bustamante, Victoria Alexandra Mendanis, Anna Carr Mokros, Megan Musal, Eileen Wynn, Caitlin Olguita Constant O'Brien, Brianna Catherine Parker, Evelyn Schultz, Molly Sarah Schwam, Kate Elizabeth Sharp, Lucy Michelle Stevenot, Lijo Wang, Emma Ariel Weinstein, Imogene Olivia Williams, Allison A. Wong, Wei Xia, Sophia P. Yiannopoulos, Hampshire House, Annika Sarah Amstutz, Cora Elizabeth Barrett, Misra R. Cohen McGill, Chloe Camille Collins, Bailey Shuwal Cookman, Rachel Ann Cullington, Margaret Draft, Caitlin Claire Dubois, Abigail Parks Dunlap, Monique Noel Gagne, Sophia Alessandra Gambuto, Elizabeth Catherine Getz, Dalen Pamela Hauser, Geraldine Ann Hubie, Sarah Carroll, Laura Ann Cortabine, Shushi Lee, Laura Elizabeth Malecki, Fajal Makud, Michelle Catherine Marone, Elizabeth Margaret Mawiney, Maureen Miller, Sean Augusta Moore, Tia Michelle Novak, Emily Edgerton Peak, Lisbeth Hope Portman, Gretchen Elizabeth Ravenhurst, Lily Elizabeth Sheffy, Catherine Elizabeth Shoro, Nicole Ann Willman, Hope Caitlin Wilson, Haven House, Zara Khalil Al-Janabi, Miriam Sophia Baldwin, Cindy Chang, Faitza Fatima, Yijun Hu, Emily Jane Lyons, Megan Jolene McDonald, Emma Claire Rhyme, Alice Tan, Araba Mirba Taylor.
From Hopkins House, Sylvia B. Kiss, Emma Rose Brown, Dana Diane Elliott, Helene Gagnon, Allison Johanna Langley, Ollie James Schwartz, Laura Catherine Shays, Katie Laura Swartz. From Hubbard House, Elizabeth Margaret Davis, Miriam Claire Engel, Aviva Hannah Jacobstein, Sikong Ma, Ashley Lynn Nichols, Cody Cadbury Norris, Arlene Alsacia Sanchez, Allison Yukiko Schroeder, Jennifer Buchianeri Wachowski, Elizabeth Ann Mannix Williams. From Jordan House, Lauren M. Barrow, Brittany Gale Dixon, Elizabeth Mary Donovan, Laura Christina Duran, Ashley Ann Flatley, Marie R. Hoffman-Jones, Nina Kim, Sophia Markey Lee, Michelle T. Mai, Eliza Morgan Mashur, Paula Danielle Roby, Anna Miriam Rockauer, Johanna Santana, Rebecca S. Scott, Tan Yang Jennifer Tran, Madeline Lee Zender. From Franklin King House, Veronica Lynn Adler, Jenna Chapman Andres, Stephanie Marie Bond, Christina Boyne Chan, Marisa Laura Cheng, Jennifer Jean Coburn, Sophia DeMunich, Abigail Charlotte Dornbush, Charlene Rosalie Pet Gamora, Charisse Goodwine, Catherine Jackson, Emily Lorraine Judge Becker, Amelie Morel Quasman, Roselda Louise Lacoste, June Midecha Lukuyu, Tila Mwinde Maenga, Melissa Catherine Melendez, Elise Mercier, Sabrina Montenegro, Jenica Deandra Parson, Chloe Elizabeth Pittman, Xingyang Shen, Madeline Haley Stein, Elizabeth Jeanette Thompson, Beverly Jane Turner.
From Lamont House, Dominique Meali Adams Romana, Andrea Jessie Boulanger, Viorica Bragacciu, Danielle Ann Chichester, Angela Christine Chong, Maciel Alexandra de los Santos, Lydia LaChapelle Drown, Paola C. Gonzalez Del Real, Rebecca G. Gordon, Molly Marissa Greenberg, Amberly Curavilla Calavalio, Rachel Ann Kaminsky, Hannah C. Kistler, Casey Jane Levesque, Rajiha Methi, Rebecca Lynn Muscat, Augusta Marie Martin Rogers, Grace Son, Alexandra Sprague, Elizabeth A. Stewart, Celeste Melissa Toe, Kim Tuen T. Tran, Laura Stephanie Vakula, Lucia Rosara Valegra, Natasha Idali Zuniga. From Lawrence House, Jacqueline Hope Barron, Barbara Eve Henriette Blank, Stephanie Rachel Casson, Melissa Cho, Sanita Tabanjar, Karen L. Gilbert, Stephanie Gabrielle Greenlaw, Morgan Brittany D. Hall, Catherine Emily Hoyer, Caitlin Tyne Hunter, Hannah George Hervitt, Jiyun Kim, Colby Rachel Lowe, Mary Clark McGrath, Evgenia Dmitrievna Rutskaya, Yi Shen, Kirsten Leah Sylvanius, Kelly Aiken Smith. Alexandra Catherine Megan Vandewater. Wei Zin. Morris House. Zin Min A. Anna Elizabeth Bone. Caitlin Dunleavy Brand. Britta Ellen Geyer. Mackenzie Lee Green. Sujin Han. Anna McKay Sulis Hallman. Charlotte May Helmer. Jennifer Holliday. Catherine Monica Horning. Jessica April Harper Jones. Dong Yun Grace Lee. Michelle Lee. Sarah P. Siegler. Linda T. San. Christina Marie Turiano. Shuang Wu. From Morrow House, Sarah Marie Barstow. Chelsea Ann Bartholomew. Elizabeth Kelly Belbruno. Catherine Elizabeth Blakesley. Catherine A. Bucaccio. Evelyn Ann Crunden. Alejandra Mabel Doucette. Emily Dwyer. Sophia London Goodrich. Sarah Louise Gregg. Veronica Rose Hernandez. Yuna Kim. Naomi Pearl Liebhold. Amanda Nadeau. Brittany Elizabeth Purington. Catherine Lord Wisniewski. Zoe Marie Zaffario. Amanda Elizabeth Zakowski.
From Northrop House, Jo Yun Bei, Hyung Jun Chang, Grace Chung, Rowena Chodkowski, Emma Claire Curry Stodder, Elizabeth Sarah Davy, Carly Gail Dennison Leonard, Ying Tong Ding, Ming Yu Dong, Lindsay Margaret Galt, Cynthia Veronica Gomez, Haley Rebecca Grove, Maya N. Hochberger Vixitabut, Linzhu Huang, Rebecca Lydia Kelly, Catherine Lee, Claire Lee Ma, Erica Jo Marcoux, Ayelet Reiter, Renee Jacqueline Robilliard, Michaela Murphy Sanders, Maggie Ann Sedney Saudi, Siato Waifilanauti Cheyenne, Lu Yang, Linnea Yezel, Robing Chong. From Park House, Sarah Marie Bates, Tanya Hillary Blindauer, Gabriela Adriana Caballero, Shimora Judith Castro, Amanda Paige Ferrara, Emma Natalia Jimerson, Aylin Suon Kim, Elena Angelina Lalikos, Anna Cass LeBlanc, Linda Y. Loy, Megan Elizabeth Lonsdale, Shannon Jeffries McKenzie, Kim Chi No, Yoon Ni, Jahara Said, Ongachi Fani Simuli, Anya Sweetnam, Kelsey Ann Swenson, Aisha Ebony Townsend, Joanna Doris Trott, Sandra Valmanor, Emily L. Willett, Yanning Yu. From Parsons House, Deirdre M. Banning Shaughnessy, Jessica Mary Burston, Yu Dong, Kylie Fisher, Zoe Ellen Joya, Ellis Ann Green, Mackenzie Joy Hamilton, Michaela Eileen Joy, Jessica Lee Khaled, Tenzing Kendu, Hannah E. Kobe, Eliana Joy Levy, Mengjing Liu, Phaenia Decatur McPherson, Jacqueline Majeski, Naima Indrani Stewart, Grace Therese Casanova Tapia. From Laura Scales' house, Mohini Banerjee, Thea Alexa Gallo Becker, Kelsey McAllister Black, Monique Lachey Blake, Darcy Michaela Brown, Catherine Gingras, Heidi Celeste Grego, Glendine L. Hamilton, Sarah Hussein, Camille Ardell Kulig, Sarah Rachel Lodico, Lauren Jean Maliozzi, Jennifer Lynn Marcus, Sarah I. McElhenney, Esther Sanyang Park, Sarah Pong, Shama Rahman, Sheila Cernoff, Tander Lee Simberloff, Esther Lee Sue, Eunice Zhao. From Sessions House, Taylor Marie Beal, Rena Carrie Boswell, Lindsay Elizabeth Duran, Catherine Hattas, Mayra Cristina Jimenez, Samira Kiran Kadam, Dayton Louise Kinney, Shiquan Mao, Ilona Kelly Miller, Necha Diaz Rodriguez, Jessica Ann Rubin, Anne Elizabeth Slingerland, Valeria Vega, Genevieve Carolyn Ward Wernett. From Talbot House, Catherine Betances, Sabrina Lynn Campbelleves, Genevieve May de Mijola, Kearney Delare Eroda, Elizabeth Ann Esposito, Zaheen Fatima, Marjorie Charlotte Framath, Marlene Hernandez, Mary K. Hodgnoski, Anran Huang, Maisha R. Hook, Zoe L. Jefferson, Jahan J. Gilani, Megan Colleen Leiden, Abigail Wellman McElroy, Mohini Vijay Mehta, Sophie Allison Metler Grove, Jessica Shuse Tom, Zoe Elise Zadwarny.
From Tenney House, Lillian A. Bouvier Devine, Jessica Ann Liebling, May Maeda, Phoenix Victoria Mendoza, Rebecca Pauline Raymond Kolker, Sylvia Shanna Shea, Tyler House, Lauren Nicole Ackerley, Eden Marilyn Amanuvor, Celeste Liz Andrews, Carolyn Arcos, Annabelle Gulliver Austin, Sage Julia Brown, Munching Kung, Rachel E. Dean, Emily Bess Denon, Ellen Rose Harrington, Huimin Ji. Margaret Taylor Kelly. Grace Catherine Martin. Jihi O. Yao Peng. Bokang Rabasha. Erica E. Vera. Hao Min Yen. Manshuang Zhang. From Washburn House, Emily Helen Atkinson, Sonia Bhatia, Lydia Berhanu Danu, Emma G. Glazer, Sarah Brigitta Hendren, Yunnan Lang, Lynn Marie Lucan, Megan P. Nanny, Anne Michelle Ray, Caitlin Mulaney Snow, Itori Taubman, Kristen Nicole Warren, Erica Zhang. From Wilder House, Anna Chikvadza, Casey A. Cullivan, Elizabeth Linda Huff, Sarah Gabrielle Elbaum, Julia Marie Franz, Haley L. Hargraves, Imani Chanel Hines, Shreya Kambampati, Jennifer Emiku Kaplan, Caliandra McCrae Lombard, Emily Claire Mercier, Melissa Catherine Mutter, Katarina Sinisa Neshkovich, Lily Jean Newton, Elizabeth Rich. From Martha Wilson House, Abby Marie Alexander, Catherine Margaret Otilio, Emily Amalia Barber, Callie Elizabeth Barstow, Fabian Florencia Beard Wright, Kelly Ann Beauvais, Alexandra Hope Bernard, Catherine Lenore Broadwater, Tatiana Marie Winifred Castle, Estefania Cervantes, Miranda Elizabeth Cottle, Sarah E. Fisher, Sandy Sheng Di Gu, Jillian L. Jawahir, Abigail Catherine Knickerbocker, Shujing Lee, Elizabeth Claire Mincer, Amanda Page Smith, Rachel Emery Smith, Andrea Lee Spain, Emily Mary Strobelberger, Suzanne Young. From Ziskand House, Vivian M. Andriani, Natalia Devieva, Allison Bright Kiter, Jae Yun Lee, Julie Elizabeth Melnick, Natalie Smith Novak, Lynette Nyaboke Ogoti, Myrna Alice Stevenot, and Suzanne Wu.
Graduates of the class of 2013, the time has come for you to leave this place. As you go, take with you the certainty that this faculty has prepared you for the professional challenges that you will face. Graduates, I ask you now to salute the faculty for the countless ways they have encouraged, inspired, and challenged you to do your best. And now to the friends of the graduates of 2013. All of you mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers, aunts and uncles, sisters and brothers, spouses, daughters and sons, cousins, guardians, significant others, friends of all sorts. For the years of support, comfort, and understanding you have given, for your appreciation of women's education, for supporting these students through college and graduate school, despite all the obstacles they may have put in your way. Will you please rise and allow the graduates to join me and the faculty in saluting you? And now, graduates of the class of 2013, go forth. Fight for that which is right. Strive for that which is best in you. Leave room in your life for friendship and love. Go with an open mind, a warm heart, and the knowledge that Smith will always be in your life. May you find happiness. May you thrive.
Graduates, take a breath. There's a saying in the Tao that life comes without warning. So be awake right where you are. For where you are will often be a location for blessing and sometimes for battle. Hold your own life with gentle, soft hands. Speak kindly to yourself in frustration and failure. Call on friends and family. Call on ancestors. They will inspire you and help you. Teach your daughters and your sons what you have learned here, and teach the daughters of women and their daughters. Work so others do not suffer. With your lives, serve justice, freedom, and peace. If I offer a blessing for President Christ and her husband, Paul Elpers. Whatever comes in the days and years ahead, may you treasure and take pleasure in your memories of your time among us. May you always know of our gratitude for your leadership and companionship in this college. May you be surrounded by loving friends and family and deep peace. May the source of life bless you and keep you. May love shine upon you like the sun and be gracious to you all the days of your life. Go with our love. Amen.
Before we conclude these proceedings, I want to remind families and friends to meet the graduates outside the quadrangle after the diploma circle. I now call upon the High Sheriff of Hampshire County to close these proceedings.
The 135th commencement of Smith College is hereby adjourned. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.